Okay, next victim for starting is this 1998 Craftsman LT4000 with a 15.5 horse Briggs & Stratton overhead valve engine, single cylinder. And if you remember in last year's video, the battery that was in it was junk. So, here is a brand new interstate battery. The one that was in it was a 230 cold cranking amps, and ever since I've had the unit in the cold weather, it didn't crank for beans. So this one is a 300. So hopefully this will start better in the colder weather and I won't have any other problems. So anyway, let's take a look at the lawn tractor here. It's in pretty good shape for its age. I had to replace the bearings on the blades last summer. They were so shot it wasn't even funny. So there it is, Briggs & Stratton. As most of you know from my other videos, I am not a big fan of Tecumseh, so I like Briggs & Stratton. And once again, fuel tank is bone dry. You can see right in there. And of course the stupid thing that holds the cap fell off in the tank again. Oh well. Anyway, and the battery goes back here. So I'm going to install the battery, check the oil, and put some fuel in it, and we'll crank her up. Okay, the battery is in the cradle. I have not connected it yet because two things I want to tell you before I do. Number one is always start with the positive side. That way when your wrench is on the bolt and you touch the frame, you won't have an explosion. And then you finish with your negative. So again, if you touch the frame on the negative, it's not a big deal. Also, one other thing, in this particular case where you have the bolts that are a 7/16 wrench, and maybe for some reason you only have one 7/16, here's an interesting trick for you. 11 millimeters is pretty much exactly the same as 7/16, or close enough so that it works. So that's another pointer for you. Alright, let's connect it up. Okay, we're almost ready to go here. Battery's connected. There's fuel in the tank now. I left the key in the on position because this has an electronic solenoid on the fuel shutoff down here. You can hear it. So in theory, there should be some fuel in the bowl. Now this time I'm going to put the brake on and lock it because of the safety switch that I always forget about. Alright, let's crank this baby up. Choke's got to go on, and everything else is good here, I think. Alright, let's crank her up. Beautiful. Sounds good. Alright, let's go for a little test drive. Yeah, I think it needs an alignment a little bit. that. Beautiful. For some reason it's using a little oil. I can smell it a little bit. The valve cover gasket might be leaking again. But anyway, there it is. That's why you always drain the fuel at the end of the season, because you just saw how easy it started.